Today, a warning from the CDC, do not eat the lettuce at Taco Bell. This warning comes as health officials have identified the lettuce served at that national chain as a possible source of the Cyclospora outbreak. Today, I spoke with a food safety expert about the outbreak and what you should know. The potential source behind the Cyclospora outbreak may have been found. The CDC says shredded iceberg lettuce from Mexico served at Taco Bell locations across 5 states, including Michigan, is linked to the outbreak.
I'm very glad that the investigation is proceeding.
Wade Sayers, a MSU Extension food safety specialist, says an outbreak like this can happen in many ways.
From contaminated water during the growing process on the farm. It could be from, say, contaminated water or other things during processing. And they can even come from people who are unable to practice proper hygiene.
As of Friday, the Michigan case count reached more than 5,000, with 102 people hospitalized. Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says based on the more than 2,000 individuals questioned, many did not report eating lettuce at a restaurant or other food establishments, but lettuce did appear on questionnaires frequently. Sayers says that falls in line with the CDC's continued investigation.
They're still investigating some Cyclospora outbreaks that may not be connected to the Taco Bell incident, or if they are, it might be in a different way.
On Thursday, the fast food chain announced it was voluntarily removing the lettuce from the supply chain and replacing it in the affected states. To that, Sayers says we'll have to wait and see how long the outbreak will cycle out.
The symptoms for this don't show up for 2 to 14 days. Going to have to wait a while before it cycles through the people who could be still getting sick from recent exposure.
But he says this doesn't mean you should be afraid of eating produce. Just practice safe eating, like washing produce thoroughly and cooking food properly. The CDC says the FDA is also working with the supplier to determine if any contaminated lettuce went into any other places.